And the Blue Hens will put total leather and will get started. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Going right to work up top. Throwing right. Zips it out to his man. It's a seam wide open. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
They had this offense backed up. Now they have to be staggering. Can they deliver another punch on 1st and 10 from inside the 40? And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. When you have a conference as deep and balanced as this Big 12 is, it's important to get off to a quick start in conference play.
Yeah, you're going to be challenged each and every week here in the Big 12 conference.
Turning it on! They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
I don't know if the defense came into this one expecting the fullback to be a weapon catching the ball, but that play, it didn't look like they were ready for him. He catches it, turns it upfield for the first.
They've really got this offense humming. Just a 4th play of the drive, and it's 1st and goal. Give to the fullback. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1.
And the fullbacks, you know, usually are typically in there to block, right? Those are the big, strong guys that usually lead the way for the running back, but occasionally you slip it to them, and you probably don't do it too much and don't make a living off it, but when you get a nice little chunk like this, maybe you find another way to give him the...
Sneaks it in!
And they talked about it this week with us. They talked about wanting to start this football game fast. Nothing like taking the opening possession, using your script to your advantage, and then getting closer and exerting your physicality, running the football in, off to a hot start for this offense.
And he made the extra point without problem. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes with the return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. From the gun, running back gets the gift. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree. Jesse agrees. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Corners are going to bail. Throws to the wideout. Oh, he dropped the football. He had it right in the middle of the field and just ran before he finished the catch. It'll be 4th down. The Blue Hens decide to punt it away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. He'll return it from around the 50. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Wants to go up top on first down. Shoots it to the left. The short hands, it's Johnson. And the runner is down, and so is a flag. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work.
On the double. 3:25.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't make the connection, the pressure there caused the missed timing.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Back to pass on second down. Got it in the middle, it's Gilbert. He's brought down quickly, minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
Look, as an offense, you're always going to take completions over incompletions and interceptions. So the offense, they're able to make that third down a little bit more manageable, but honestly, not by much.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45.
And when it's third and so long, it's very predictable. I'm bringing more DBs on the field. I'm bringing more speed. I know you're going to pass the football. Offenses have to be aggressive. They have to take shots. They did it there. The defense makes the big play.
Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. Turns it on down the left side. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Blue Hens!
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And the extra point is good. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on home. They've seen the good and the bad already. A touchdown on the opening drive, a kick on. He tries to take the top off. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over from the moment the ball left his hand.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close, and when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them, and guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
And I love the discipline on defense right there. Big third down. So everyone keeping their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the ball, making a tackle. Great team defense.
He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. And now the Blue Hen offense onto the field. Man, that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, David. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Pressure coming. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
They couldn't connect on second down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle, it's Tyree. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
1st down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
And the Blue Hens are moving quickly down the field. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the...
Got enough space. Touchdown, Delaware. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
This is a running back that can hurt you, not just getting handoffs, but they use him in the passing game as well. They called the screen at the absolute perfect time, and it ends up being a touchdown.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, it is now a final in the Big Ten, and a game I think a lot of folks will want to see. Iowa State somehow, some way, found a way there in Ames and picked up a much-needed victory. It wasn't a masterpiece, but let's be honest, it wasn't a loss either. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This Big Ten battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Run it with the fullback. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Pulls and throws off the RPO. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The Gamecocks really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Hand off to the fullback. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down.
Let's be honest, Reese. Like, the only time the fullback gets the football is usually in short yardage situations, and the defense was locked in. You got to try to get penetration with that defensive line. They did a good job of it. Nowhere to go with the football for the big fella.
He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. Handoff to the single back. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
We love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Blue Hens in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll try the run. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. And the Blue Hens are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Secondary walks up on the line showing press coverage. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. It's amazing how play play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you are.
As a former quarterback, I definitely never had the guts to ever want to be a return man. And that right there is the reason why, guys. I don't need anybody having a 50-yard run at me trying to take my head off. So, listen, I mean, I feel for that return guy. He's lucky, though, that his group of guys was able to jump back on the ground.
Tried to hit him with a quick game on first down and nothing doing there.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
Oh, they're after him. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
I don't even know if the offense is aware that they have other eligible targets downfield. It feels like every single throw early in this game has gone this guy's way.
This should be the last play of the quarter. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
They'll wrap him up and bring him down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first quarter. We've come to the end of the period. It's Delaware holding the lead. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. So first down here as they go back to work. The lone back's got it. Oh, the ball's on the ground. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Man, and it was just the impact of the hit that dislodged the football from the ball carrier. There was a heat-seeking missile coming in there, and he knocked that thing loose.
And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. Second down after the offense averted absolute disaster. The play action fake. Finds his man, it's Kelly. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
The Blue Hens are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Corner showing press. They want to be physical here. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Pocket breaking down. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
Hey, he's just kind of proven that he's difficult to defend. I mean, I'm playing defense, and we've seen him have success throwing the ball through the air. But now, nice job dropping back, trying to force the ball down the field, but does a really smart thing. Just kind of tucks it, takes off, and gets the first down. This guy's showing me a little bit of everything today.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Direct snap. Touchdown, Delaware. The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. A very efficient five-play scoring drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely.
Great job by the QB and the wide receiver understanding what they had to do to get a first down. I don't care about the completion. I don't care about getting a certain amount of yards. I got to get that first down so I get another set of downs so we can keep this drive alive.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Sticks it in his belly. There he goes. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
How do you not respect the big fellas? This doesn't take you back in the time machine to the days when a fullback was on the field every single play. Then you're missing out because fullbacks are awesome. They're just low maintenance. They're not divas like wide receivers. They just block most of the time, don't say much. And then you give them the football, and occasionally you get some big plays like this, and they hit somebody so hard they got snot bubbles coming out of their nose.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up for the 1st down.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys, but that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and, man, you know he's looking for more.
Gonna look downfield again. He's got his man. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. The Gamecocks, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Quick strike through the air for the score.
Well, one of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Guys, the Blue Hen offense going to work. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
The run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Here's the pressure. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. That's caught. It's Lewis. Hits the accelerator to the right. The 20. 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Hens.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
At this point, trailing by a lot, the defense is expecting you to throw it. If you're going to throw over the middle of the field, the window's going to open and close quickly. You've got to have better timing to complete that throw. They just didn't have it there.
He's got an open man. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
It's way too early in the game to say this is a must score. But, man, you've dug yourself an early hole, and this offense needs to capitalize. You're not getting the football after the half, so create some momentum now while you can.
Well, they're trying to hand it off to the fullback for a quick hitter, but just nowhere to go. The defensive line, great job getting penetration to set up that play.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Off play action. He hurls one deep down the left side. Grabs it inside the 15. Touchdown, Jacksonville State. He got a step and just dusted the field.
Really nice rhythm that time by the play caller because he ran the football on the last play, so this time he decides to go play action just to see if he could get the defense to freeze for a split second, and that's all the target needed. Off the play fake, he's able to work the route, win his one-on-one, makes the catch, and takes it in for a score.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. From the shotgun, they'll run it. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Got his man on the right. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. And the Blue Hens will try to pin them back with the punt. He'll try to really get into this one. Let's see what he can do with it. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. Looking to throw on first down. Now adjusting. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They'll move the wide receiver. Quick pass on the jet motion. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Complete to the right. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. He leaves it with the back.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. Got it set up on the outside. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that, take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. Oh, and the attempt is no good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Quick completion on the outbound. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one. And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the middle. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated. He missed that connection.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Going over the top. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
This QB and his receiver really have found a nice rhythm early in this game. They've already linked up for a couple scores, so no surprise here before the end of the first half. They're looking for more, but give the defense credit when it's due. Nice job forcing an incompletion.
Finds him out of the backfield. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Gamecocks will kick it off to start the second half. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Guys, the Delaware offense going back to work. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They try to pop a run on the draw. Got the first down and more. And he uses the stiff arm to push his way past the sticks and pick up the first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like, coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Here's a hit. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. The Blue Hens have this offense rolling. Leaves it with the back. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Here comes the option. To the ground with the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
How do you not love to see that when your cornerback gets in the run fit, when he's not scared to come up and tackle? A lot of those guys, they can be prima donnas. They don't want to tackle. Nice job seeing it. And as soon as that thing's pitched, you can tell, man, he pulls the trigger and makes the tackle for the loss.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Fires into traffic, picked off. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return.
Such a great job by the defensive back, dropping beyond the sticks, understanding where the ball's going, breaking on the football, great eyes, great vision, and great hands. Looked like a wide receiver getting that INT.
Throws to the wideout. Got a man, it's Johnson. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
Well, Reese, Chris, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. The Gamecocks have taken it inside the 20.
42 Spider. 42 Spider.
Looking to throw on first down. Fires into the end zone. And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down. Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. He's got it! Into the end zone! Touchdown, Jacksonville State!
How about the day for this young player? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the third quarter. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Okay, guys, here comes the Delaware offense onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Making a play like that to open the drive can really get the momentum going. First down from the 43. Caught in the backfield, it's Kelly. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
I love defenses that can tackle the catch. Right away, you're not giving up any yak. As soon as that player has the ball, he goes down now.
And the Blue Hens have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Man, those are frustrating because you know you're supposed to catch that. You're supposed to secure it. It's going to happen, but it's just frustrating for those receivers. Just tap the chest. My bad, dog.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Wants to throw it. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
The Blue Hens look to keep this drive humming. Wants to go up top on first down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, listen, they say they play defense for a reason, right? You had an interception on the last drive defensively. You had a golden opportunity to come away with another one right there, but he puts it on the ground.
Got a good one going here. All tied up in the 3rd. It's 2nd and 10. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. Curl route seems simple, but when you time it like that so it's right on him, man, that's a tough play to stop.
And give the receiver a lot of credit, too, because he knew where the sticks were. He got his depth on the route, and then he came back to the football. All young receivers can learn from this guy right here. Come back to the ball and help your quarterback out.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And in my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He didn't that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
And the Blue Hens with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air on second down. Rushes on him. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And the defense has given up some plays, some passing yards on this drive. You want to stop that? Nice job rushing the quarterback, making him feel a little bit of pressure and getting him on the ground, and now getting him behind the sticks.
On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Touchdown, Delaware! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
Man, this defense has their hands full. They're dealing with a quarterback that is pinpoint accurate, making good decisions, and they're dealing with a wide receiving group that has a lot of speed and some burners on the perimeter. They might want to think about playing some more zone coverage moving forward. That's now 3 passing TDs they've allowed.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the uprights. They're up 35-28. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Big one this week in the SEC. Heck, they're all big ones in that conference. West Virginia is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Don Nehlen, this has not been a blowout today in Morgantown. They're up by 4 over LSU. Implications galore inside the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big should happen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Makes the grab on the left.
Well, this defense is used to seeing this fullback just slam up on in there trying to block people. Now you release him out of the backfield to see if you can catch the defense off guard.
And the Gamecocks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. It's complete on the right side. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
And with that pass right there, over 300 yards. That's a good day at the office. Being able to execute, doing a good job seeing what's coming, anticipating, taking some shots today, but has held really strong, put up some good numbers.
Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers.
And the fullback, this takes me back to my days growing up, watching the fullback, being on the field every single play. You don't see that anymore, but the big fella gets the football. Hey, he looks like he knew what to do with it, too. Nice little pickup, little agility, little speed, but mostly a lot of just girth and strength and just grown man.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Off the bootleg and rolling out. Firing to the right, complete. Oh, he's got some space. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
Hey, man, this fullback is a weapon. Nice job catching the football and then turning upfield to go pick up that first down.
They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab. It's Savage. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Well, look, this quarterback has struggled a little bit in this game with interceptions. Maybe he was being too greedy early on. That time made a real good decision. Now, I'll tell you what, that's a nice catch by the running back because that ball's in the air a long time. You're throwing it all the way out to the flat like that. You look like a receiver making that catch and getting extra yards.
And this QB has been on top of him. He's made good reads, you could tell, taking care of the football, put up a lot of yards. He's over 350 on the day now.
And guys, if they can make their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the fourth, and the stage will be set for a great finish. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Second and goal for the offense. Looking to fire. They're working that left side. Into the house. Touchdown, Gamecocks!
You talk to any quarterback, and they love finding the big tight end. Hard to overthrow the big fellas with the big reach, the nice mitts, nice catch by the tight end.
And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the fourth. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. We've got a dandy going here, all tied up in the fourth quarter and about to kick it away. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. And now the Blue Hen offense onto the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. On the move. Runs for the tackle. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
And he just refused to go down. Did you see him break all those tackles? That was unbelievable. You saw the power and the speed, but also just the will and desire to make those guys miss. That's impressive.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Picks up the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. The give to the tailback. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. And it's intercepted. Oh, what a big play in a tie game. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on home. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how effective.
And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. He'll try to take it back. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
It's the plays like that that are going to end up defining and deciding this game, right? It's tight. Tie game, fourth quarter. Someone is going to step up and make a game-changing play, and the defender did right there.
Now this offense is back on the field. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense
got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
He'll try it again. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Snap to the back, finding an escape route. Wildcat look didn't get much, picked up a few on that one.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Running back searching for a hole. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And they say a quarterback's best friend is a good run game and a good running back. I think he agrees. Over 150 yards on the day. I don't even think I need a quarterback the way he's been running the football all game long.
Motion from the wideout. They go to the ground. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Blue Hens line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Wide out, trying to get it in. Touchdown, Blue Hens! They've got the lead here in the 4th. Like a Thanksgiving turkey, they're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Big Ten action today. A couple of teams who have had this game circled on the calendar for some time. Nebraska rolled to a victory. And after putting up this kind of win, there has to be some Heisman buzz around a program that's produced winners of the award from Johnny Rodgers to Mike Rozier to Eric Crouch. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the Big Ten standings as this one does, gentlemen.
Breaks into the open. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
Quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Here comes the heat. And it's his 4th interception of the game.
Man,
I've been there. This is one of those games you just want to forget right away and turn the page. 4 picks now thrown by this guy, and you're just not able to make your reads. Things aren't clicking. You're not seeing the field, and the ball's not coming out right. Next week cannot come soon enough for him, I can tell you that.
Guys, the Blue Hen offense going to work. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Wants to go up top. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete. Quarterbacks work so hard on those mechanics, but sometimes things start moving fast and they get away from you.
It does, and when you get on that back foot, a lot of times that ball's going to drift, and you're not coming through the target, so you're not putting enough mustard on it to get it to finish through your target and the ball to get there in a hurry. So all those mechanics are things you work on, but you're right. When you put a defense in front of you, it kind of changes that thing a little bit.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Working that left side now. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Blue Hens will send out the punt unit. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Fair catch is made inside his own 20 at the 17-yard line. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy and you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. Wants to throw on 1st down. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his 2nd interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They'll leave it with him. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the 1st down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
What a big play this one could be. Tight game, getting late, 3rd and long coming up. Got his man downfield. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. The Blue Hens getting set on 1st and 10. The give to the back. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Hands it off. so close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense.
Sneak gets it done. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he tacked on the extra point. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had 0 rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy.
Turning it on. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the 1st down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. And he's thrown another interception. Takes it the other way. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. And they'll take a knee and watch this clock keep on winding its way toward a victory. Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
It's amazing how much offense has just boomed in college football. So good, so many ways to hurt you. And you saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And, man, we saw that here today.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.